Alright guys, we are back with a Jordan Garber Now news update, and yes, I am none other than your host, Jordan Garber, and can I hear myself? There we go. That's a start. So yeah, I am doing this live video because I haven't done a news update in quite a while, but I kind of want to just talk about the show for now, what we kind of got going in the future for Friday. We have Joe Ossino, former New York Yankee. He's going to be on the Jordan Garber Now podcast. He's also a wrestler. He's going to be on the podcast this Friday, so be sure to check that out. Tune into that as well. You know, we kind of adjusted our set a little bit, making it to like a standardized liking in multiple categories. So I thought, like, I was always a guy that enjoyed like designs over black walls and things like that. So that's a really good thing. Also, I'm gonna have more baseball callers calling in, more like sports related, non-sports related, aside from wrestling as well. I did a few meetings with a few marketing people in non-wrestling categories, so I'm just really trying the best that I can do to put wrestling in another market. I was gonna talk about Raw and SmackDown on the news portion of the podcast for this Friday. So I'll be able to discuss all of that, no problem at all. But I just kind of want to maybe go into some quick notes and facts here, quickly, while we're on. Man, I hate the positioning of this fucking thing. There we go. So, what is there? What do they got? AEW signs Matt Sydal. That's some exciting news. Like, I remember him in the WWE. Like, he was very underrated, and they should have really used him better. And, like, even in TNA, I don't think his run was, like, as strong as it should have been, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that Matt Sydal had, like, a lot more to put in the tank, and he had a lot more gas to put in the tank, so... You know, honestly, that's just my take on that. I always thought Matt Sydal was a good talent, you know, who cares about all the weed and all that, like... You know, that's just part of it. Like, I feel in a way. Like, you know, everyone's hates on Sydal because he just smokes weed and shit. It's like, who cares? And that's a bunch of other wrestlers, too. It's like a bunch of fans will talk down on them because they do drugs. And it's like, did you know that these guys are, like, human beings, too? And that's the way I look at it. Is that these guys are human beings. They have a family to feed. They have rent to pay. So, like... If you're struggling and you need a bit of a boost, then, like, fuck, why not? Like, I completely support that idea. Like, steroids aren't the greatest things to do, but, like, if you gotta do it to survive, you gotta do it to survive, and that's just the way it is, man. So, that's kind of the way I look at that, of that nature. So, AEW signs Matt Sydal. And there's going to be a big feud on WWE Raw planned between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. And people may ask, oh, why is there going to be a big feud between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre? Well, for one, Sheamus is Irish, and for two, Drew McIntyre, like me, is Scottish, so right there you know that there's going to be a rivalry with things. And it's funny how WWE does rivalries with race and family a lot, or religion or something. It's like, man, it's kind of like old, but like you still get something fresh at the same time, especially with like McIntyre's new entrance and everything. Like, I honestly think that's pretty cool. I think he's pretty over in my opinion. What else here? So there's gonna be a backstage news on the WWE Survivor Series change, and also how pro wrestlers could form a union. After the release of Zelina Vega, I want to discuss this. I think that was a stupid release. The only reason why they released Zelina Vega is because she created an OnlyFans account, which can be related to many, many categories, not just nudity. So I don't know why WWE, like, I don't know, you don't have your freedom. And it really seems like a miserable place to work if you can't even create an OnlyFans page or like a Facebook or Twitter page and get some donations or something. Like, how the fuck are you gonna survive in a pandemic? Like, I know you're on salary, but like, do you have any freedom at all being signed with the company? And that's maybe why I might never want to be with WWE one day, is because you go through all this limbo and stress and, you know, financial obligation and like commitment to the brand or whatever. It's bullshit. Like, I just wish someone could work for WWE and then do interviews like with me and then go work on the indies. How fucking hard is that? Instead, people have to be like, oh, you know, you have to go. You know what? The one thing I don't get, and wrestlers don't get mad at me, it's true. The one thing I don't get is how WWE makes it like all this VIP shit to get in contact with the wrestler in the first place. Second of all, they can't even do a Twitch stream, they can't even do a fan page or anything, or they can't even do any of that while they're with the company. So what I feel is that WWE, I'm just going to say something here. Your product, no one cares about wrestling. Wrestling is a dying fucking breed. So you don't need to have fucking wrestlers need this agent contact list. It's not big enough. The sport's not big enough for that anymore. Shut the fuck up. Make it easier for me and other podcasters to do their fucking interviews, because that's probably what is part of what is keeping the business going. And actually, like, don't keep your talent exclusive. Let them have an OnlyFans page. Let them have a Twitch. Let them have a streaming page. No wonder why there's going to be a union formed, and I support it. I support it. You should do whatever the fuck you want to do outside of work. And that is what I'm going to say. I don't care how big you are. And plus, wrestling, WWE, all those stars, they're not big enough anyways to have those rights. I'm sorry, but it's true. You're not in the NBA. You're not in the NFL. You're not in the CFL. CFL is different. No one fucking cares about the CFL. Like, I guess Canadians do, but besides that, who else fucking watches? So, you have all your major sports league, and then you have your wrestling and all your minor leagues, like CFL, and all that shit. And it all goes into this barrier of crap. And no one watches it. No one watches wrestling anymore. 3.3 million people out of fucking how many billion right now are watching? Do you know how low of a percentage that is? So, yeah, man. You don't need your VIP contracts and all that shit. You don't need the business to be killed more. Because no one cares. I'm sorry, but no one cares about wrestling anymore. It's just true. Like, people might watch independent wrestling in their area, but that's a fucking 2 or 3% demographic of your entire fucking state or province. So WWE, grow the fuck up. Okay, no one gives a fuck. Number 2, I'm going to read this article. And Zelina Vega, I want to get her on this show. I want to discuss her point of view on this. Because she was a great wrestler, honestly. She was a great wrestler. So, there's something biting on my lip. There's 2 organizations that wrestlers could go about organizing or joining in existing unions, such as SAG, AFTRA, or create a union of their own, or whatever the fuck. So, they're given authorizations cards and they're submitted to the National Labor Relations Board. After they submit cards, there's a whole labor practice that is considered unfair. However, there is a new system that could be starting, and more information on that this Friday. But apparently some of these administrations for this union has been partnered with Joe Biden and the Kamala Harris administration. And it's a really hot subject, and it has been for decades. So, more into that. I hope they do form a union, man. WWE, you can't just, like, do that. This isn't the fucking Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Okay, your wrestlers aren't that noticeable as they were 20 years ago. That's pretty much it. What else was I gonna say? I like Orton as champion right now. I think it's dope. Impact Wrestling is doing some amazing things. More on that on tomorrow's news update. Uses 30 minutes. I usually do 30 minutes, but I'll go 10 to 30. Today, I just rolled out of bed. So I'm probably just going to go end this in 20 minutes unless anyone has additional comments. I am wrapping this up because I got to get ready for work. This is being turned into a call center during the day, so I actually have to, like, not make these morning ones so long. And I won't do them in the evening. Like, I always notice when I'm done work, it's like, I don't want to fucking do this. I love doing this, but it's just not the right timing to do this. So, I'm gonna let everybody go unless they have anything else to say. I appreciate everybody's great support. I'm not gonna do a 3 hour fucking news update. No. I work for 8 hours. I don't wanna fucking waste my time with 3 hours of shit for you guys. You guys can sit here and enjoy 10-15 minutes of it. I don't even care how many people are watching right now because it'll be up all fucking day. Sorry for all my swearing. But that's how the news updates are in the mornings. You guys kept pressuring me. I was like, it's my fault I didn't do one yesterday, but it's like, I'm gonna have to get used to doing one in the mornings. But I love doing this. I really do. Like, I have the passion, I just don't have the energy. And I still have to have coffee and get popped for work today, so. Thankfully, payday is Friday. Oh, I don't want to do a 12-hour news update. I don't think that's very possible. Maybe if I win the lottery, but in the meantime, I gotta end this. I gotta get ready for work and get my coffee on and do everything. And now people are tuning in. Does anyone have any comments? Anything else before I go? 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, this has been the Jordan Garber Now News Update. We will be back with another one tomorrow morning at 10:45 a.m. Central. I won't do them at p.m. because I'm too tired. So I do the news updates in the mornings now for the Jordan Garber Now podcast. So tune in tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Another comment. Can you do an hour but in the nude? No, I cannot do that. Craig, you know better than that. But I have to give you credit because without you, I don't have a wall. I don't have a set. So I do give you credit where credit is due for that. But I gotta go, guys. Have a great day. Morning updates suck. Are you done? I'll do an evening update then. I always listen to the fans. Have a great day. Craig, have a great day, world. And please stay safe.